Hey everyone, welcome to Heartopia. So, I apologize that there hasn't been anything posted for this. I stupidly decided that I wanted to switch to OBS when I got a new laptop, but then I don't know how OBS works. So now I'm back to Streamlabs and I can finally actually record stuff. This SMP has been going for like a month or so, and I just haven't been able to record anything because my recording software just wasn't working and I just haven't been on. But I'm going to give you the grand tour. Basically, in a gist, Heartopia is a modded SMP with everyone from the Heart series. So you'll see Ailbhe, you'll see Invalid, you'll see this is everyone who's on right now. But you'll get to it's very inspired by Empire, so it is more roleplay based. And so I'll try and I'm gonna make sure that I'm differentiating between canon or canon, quote unquote, and non-canon. So basically differentiating between when I'm in character versus when I'm just cave. So here I live in a desert. It's not great, but I'm surviving. And I have animals. However, I had to go on a really long quest to get all of them, except for this rabbit, and this rabbit just doesn't want to have any friends because there are no this is the only rabbit I've found. So, he's just chilling here by himself. Pigs. I traveled 400, 500 blocks to find these pigs. I would travel with a pig in a boat, then I would run back to get the other pig in the boat. I have regrets. Same thing with these cows. Same things with these sheep. I only brought back one chicken. And there's the other one. Let's freaking go. I finally have a breeding pair of chickens. Now I just need to find another rabbit and life will be complete. But I haven't done much. If I'm being completely honest. I have a plan. The theme that I'm going for this area is roaring 20s beach boardwalk. So think of Coney Island and think of a boardwalk at a beach, and then that's what we have here. My area is very linear, but I do have to do some terraforming. I'm just not going to do that yet because I built myself a house. But this area is really cool. Some of the mods that we have in here are we have supplementaries, I believe. We have a lot of good old things. We have the more mob heads data pack. We have this is still basic Minecraft things, but we have chipped, which is really cool. It's really, really cool, and it adds a bunch of new blocks that we can play around with. So I'm very excited to do some more building with that, and we're just gonna get some more unique things and have more textures to play around with. But I'm especially excited for this glowstone. We also have create on here. So where is it? Where is it? Well, we have it on here. We have create. So I haven't started playing around with create yet. I've made a few machines in my time, but not a whole lot if I'm being completely honest. I'm not really that good with machines, and it's just not something that I've had a whole lot of time to play around with, but I'm excited to. I have some big plans for this. But for now, we just have this little area. I have trees. We have crops that are growing incredibly slowly, except for this one berry bush that is on a rich soil. Eventually we're going to get everything switched to rich soil, but it does take it takes some stuff to make. So, but yeah, we have a nice crop field over here with all the things we'll possibly need. And we have a good old cooking pot over here. And we have food. We have a lot of good old food. So one of the things that I would like to do eventually is open like a little restaurant around here, which would be like a shop that sells the Farmer's Delight things, because if you look, there is a lot of new things that we can make, and it's just a really, really cool mod. And then if we go to create, then there's also a confectionery for create, where you can make like chocolate and stuff. So you'll see where we go with that eventually, but they have a create confectionery where we can like create our own Willy Wonka-esque chocolate factory. But that's all stuff for much later down the line. For now, we're just going to do things. And for now, what I'm gonna get started with is kind of laying out a foundation for where the actual boardwalk is going to be, because that's obviously the biggest part. So we're gonna have to like clear some land over here. We're gonna have build some docks, make sure that we have like a big enough area without clearing any more land. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll make decisions about what blocks we're gonna use and like which textures to use about them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Right, so we are back after laying the very large foundation of what will be our beach. It's currently nighttime, so I'm gonna sleep and burn myself again. I do it all the time. But just gonna show you guys what we're doing. So this entire area is like our territory. So the boardwalk is going to be that big. It's going to take a lot of wood. But it goes from about over here, where I'm going to try and like fade it up a little bit. This is probably going to be ground level. And then there's going to be like a little bridge over here. I was just building, so I kind of followed the landscape for this. I'm going to do some terraforming for it. But then we cross over here, do a little turn. And this is where it like a creeper blew up here and I haven't fixed it yet. And over here is where it like splits into two areas, where one is going to be kind of up above the ocean level. And there's going to be a super cool little terraformed beach over here. And the other one is more of the mainland. So that's going to be running up along this hill. But I am going to be terraforming this, so this hill will probably not be there. But it comes up straight here, and there's going to be like more shops over here. And then it goes over here, where the two things meet up at this corner. And then we just keep going over here towards like the edge. And yeah, that's where my territory ends. Or more like, I don't think that's technically where it ends. I just don't want to be in the mangrove swamp, because I really hate mangrove swamps. They're like cool, but I hate them. And then, so over here is going to be like super cool boardwalk. There's going to be a bunch of like buildings there, and it's going to be super awesome. And then over here on this line, it's going to be a super cool custom terraformed beach, where I'm gonna like add some lifeguard stands, gonna add like some food stands and all that. I'm just trying to make it feel alive. And I might try and play around with armor stands to see if I can figure it out, because I'm pretty sure we have the mod for that. Because I'm pretty sure we have the mod for that. Other than that, update, I have animals. I think I had that the last time. I've been farming so much wood, but I used it all to build this, so I am in need of a lot more wood. And I'm also just gonna go over the block palette that we're gonna be using. So ignore the magenta terracotta. That is for the starter base, which I'll talk about in a moment. But basically, on the inside of these, we're gonna be using these. They're called stacked oak planks from the chipped mod. I think they look really cool. We'll do some texturing in there. I might add some like birch for like sun bleached. And then on the ends, we're going to be using these boarded ones, or the pegged oak planks, which are basically the same texture as the other one, except they have little pigs in them. I didn't want the texture looked a little too busy in a large group, so I'm using the ones without the little pegs for the main base. Why am I taking these away? And in other news, I'll talk about my plan, and of course it's storming. But I'm gonna be using. Do you mind? I'm gonna just sleep through this. But for the starter base plan is a lighthouse. It's probably gonna go over on that side. Because, you know, we're a beach town. We're gonna have ships coming into the harbor. And, yeah. I'm gonna be living in a lighthouse, and it'll probably be over that area. And for that, we're gonna be modeling it off of the famous lighthouse slide. Put a picture of it up on screen. Using sandstone and magenta terracotta. So thankfully, Hax has agreed that if I need more terracotta, he can provide me with some, because he lives right by the mesa, and I just have to provide my own magenta dye, which I sure hope I have enough of. But in terms of sandstone, I'm gonna be using something from the mason table. Probably, what was the one that I wanted to use? I'm probably gonna use etched sandstone. And I might even use like a different brick texture for the terracotta as well. This is just to play around with some more impressive textures and kind of just make things look a little bit more unique. And I will likely do like a gradient for it, for some shadow effects. I haven't really done a whole lot of planning for that one yet. I've been very focused on starting up my little base over here and getting my armor and tools and stuff. But we also are going to have a farm, but this farm is going to take an absolutely obscenely long time, because I want to use rich soil from the Farmer's Delight mod. And it's just kind of a pain to get, but it makes things grow really, really fast. And it allows me to grow mushrooms here, which I normally can't. Basically, the only way that I'm going to be able to have sweet berries and potatoes farming up out here in the good old desert is if I use this rich soil. So, unfortunately, it's kind of my only option, and I also have an auto harvester design from Create that's ready to go. But that is for a much later date, and I need to come up with a design for it first. Also, I will be terraforming this area. It looks kind of stupid, but I'm waiting until I can get my hands on fully enchanted armor with like aqua affinity and the conduit, because it's kind of going to be a pain to dig so much sand all underwater. So yeah, a lot of it is just kind of waiting, and we're still kind of establishing ourselves, but I think we're gonna do some more building with this. And that is where we're going to end today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We have gotten a lot done for being the first episode, and I'm really excited for what Heartopia is going to be in the future. In the next episode, we're probably going to focus on getting some more farms set up, but you know, everything is like go with the flow, and we'll figure it out when we get there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and check out the very few other videos on my channel. I will also be linking the other members of Heartopia in the description, so please go check them out. A lot of them are making some really great stuff, including Bookmark there that just joined the game. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!